In today's video, we're going to be talking about a new software on the block, and it is called TexAu. And in this TexAu review, I'm going to be sharing with you how I use TexAu, how people other than myself are using it, and sort of how the platform sort of works, right? So in short, what is TexAu, right? TexAu is short for text and automation. So if you're interested in data, collecting data, and also automating tasks, you know, this is an extremely powerful platform. In fact, I've been using it for about 4 months now, and I'm probably using about 1% of its capacity. It is such a big platform, and it continues to grow. Now, there's a few main points that I want to point out about TexAu, which I actually like, and a few that I sort of am a little bit less liking, and I'll explain to you those in a second. But the main ones I really want to push on, the pros, are customer support. I've never actually seen a platform with this level of customer support. There was a Spice, which I'll explain what it is later, that was giving out data, and it could have been manipulated in a way that could be easier digested or filtered through. So I sent an email request to support, and they replied back within, like, I think it was 4 hours, and they're in different continents as well. And they said that was a great suggestion, and they're going to work on it right away. So I think it's done now. It was only a couple days ago, or it was like maybe a week ago now. But I think the Spice is done, which is absolutely incredible. And also the founder messages people as well, right? I hate it how sometimes you get customer support people that don't really know what they're talking about or anything like that. And TexAu is quite a small company, so I really appreciate the fact that the founder will get on the emails and actually reply to you directly. It makes you sort of feel a little bit more comforted with the idea of actually using this software. So what kind of things can you do with TexAu? Well, think of anything to do with data processing, data scraping, data finding, anything like that. And it could be to do with, YouTube videos. It could be to do with Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, company websites. It could be with Quora, the search engine. It could be with so many different platforms, and I'll show you those in a second. But what it can actually do is scrape data from these platforms and give them to you. Now, if you're a small company, this is perfect for, customer outreach. If you are trying to see what content is working, which is mainly what I use it for, you can actually scrape all the data and you can filter it by the data that's actually working, and then you can apply your own version of that data to get similar results. It's extremely powerful stuff. You can also use it for like gathering emails, automatically sending emails. You can also do things like automatically follow people on LinkedIn and Instagram, I believe, and Facebook. It's just endless what you can do with TexAu. And once again, I've used about 1% of its capacity, not even 1%. It's ridiculous. And they've also got some new features coming out, like the desktop app has just been released. And they also have new social medias being added to it quite daily. So I think next week Pinterest is being launched. So that's really exciting. I'm starting to use Pinterest quite a bit more. So this is going to be much appreciated and really beneficial. So enough of me rambling on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump behind the screen. I'm going to show you the basic TexAu platform, and then I'm going to show you what it's like behind the screen and show you exactly how it works. So I'm going to jump behind the screen and let's get into it. Okay guys, so here we are behind the screen. This is the TexAu website. If you've never been here before, I have actually got a free trial. The link is in the description. It'll be help supporting the channel. But what it is basically, like I mentioned earlier, it's a text and automation platform, which is really cool. And what it can do is it can do things that will, help either grow your reach or help you get emails for potential clients. And then it can also do some specific types of tasks, like follow or scrape or like or, reshare, things like that, just so you can actually progress faster, and it's going to cut out a lot of the manual work. So this is the basic website. The first things I want to talk about are the automation. So I'm going to click on the automation tab. And what it does is it's going to show you here all the different platforms that it's currently using. As you can see, the main ones I potentially would use it for is Facebook, YouTube, Quora, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and also potentially Medium. Some other ones that you might want to use are Slack, Snovio. You've also got things like Google and other websites and all that sort of stuff. So there's loads in here, right? There's absolutely loads. And what it's going to do, another one before I actually move forward is TrueMail. And what TrueMail does, as well as Snovio, is actually check emails to ensure they're real. So it's really powerful stuff. So what we can actually do is specific uses of these things, like So if we were using YouTube, one I actually use the most of is extract all videos from YouTube channel. And what that's going to do is it's going to go through all of the channel's videos that it's been uploaded, the date. It's going to show how many views are on it. It's going to give me a list of URLs as well as the titles. And from that, I could actually see what a channel is doing that is, getting them potentially viral or getting them large amounts of growth. And then I can create similar content. So that in regards of like this term, it's amazing what you can actually do. So imagine if you had sort of a cheat sheet that no one else has that can actually scrape all this data and then give you what's working right now. So that's really cool. You can also do things which have just been added actually called like extract company Facebook ads library. So that's extremely powerful as well. You can see what your competitors are actually doing, right? So let's say you are in the health niche and you've got someone in your local town or your local area that's doing the exact same thing. You can see what they're doing and what's working, right? It's crazy. Then you can create your own version, maybe even make it better, and then get similar results or even better as well. That's something to think about. Another good one is extract posts from a Facebook group. It's a very new one, a new spice as they call it, that's just been added. But what you can do in this is think of, a Facebook group and think of these posts that are just going viral all the time. And maybe you wanted to create your own community, right? Or you wanted to post in different groups. What you could do is you could scrape all these high engaged posts, and then you can create similar posts in different areas and get similar sorts of results. So this is the sort of thing I'm trying to get to you from what I use it. Other things you can do, especially on LinkedIn for finding customers, is you can find, specific roles of companies. You can find specific emails for all the roles of companies. You can find people relative to your niche using the scrape tool. There's so many different things that you can do inside of TexAu. It's absolutely ridiculous. So before I, blab on too much about there, because there is literally endless things that you can do on TexAu, like literally endless things. I'm going to log in. I'm actually already logged in, and this is the back office. So in here, we will see all of the different tasks that you can actually do, right? If you just keep scrolling down, they just keep loading. It's ridiculous. But there are so many good features on here. Now, let's just say you wanted to use something for YouTube. What you could do is just click on the YouTube tab, and it's actually just going to filter out the things that you can do on YouTube, right? If you've got a magnitude of things, maybe you wanted to use Facebook and YouTube, what you can do is then just click on YouTube, and it's going to give you all of the things that you can use for YouTube and Facebook, which is really cool. Now, these are all these single tasks, or not single, but all these tasks that you can do over and over again are called spices, right? But what they've actually done is taken it one step further and created something called recipes, right? So if you think of a cooking, a cooking idea, then you've got all these different spices that you can put into a recipe. And it's the similar sort of thing here. With this recipe, what you can do is you can put spices together and then create a long line of automation, right? So it's an extremely cool thing, but I'm not going to get too much into recipes because I personally haven't even used them that much, because I'm still blown away with the amount of work here. I'm trying to find use cases for everything. It's just infinite. I can't believe it. So I'm going to show you today my most used spice. Now, just to show you that I use this the most, I'll show you my my results that I have already had from my recipes. As you can see, the main one here, extract all videos from a YouTube channel, like I mentioned earlier. And you can see I've used it quite a lot. There's 12 pages of different spices, 71 spices in total. So I have used this thing quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use it, right? So I'm going to put in here YouTube, and then we've got this one here, extract all videos from a YouTube channel, and I'm going to click on that. Now in here, you'll see all these different things. If you want to name them, you can. I just really don't bother. It's pretty fine. What I do is I will find a YouTube channel. So I'm going to go to youtube.com. And let's say I was interested in the health niche. So maybe I want to type in a keyword like how to become healthier, right? And then I'll see, okay, who's ranking? This person's got 2.7 million views. Well, somewhere along the line they would have had to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scrape all of this person's data. So what I do, I can just copy this link here, come back to market automation, paste in the channel, and max count, I usually just put 4 nines or 5 nines. It's never that high, but you can do that if you want. And if you want to upload your own CSV file or Google Sheet link, you can do it here. So they automatically get populated on your own versions, but I just click extract video. It's not a big deal for me. And what this is going to do is it's going to start the extraction process. And as you can see here, just so you can understand how TexAu works, what it's going to do is it's going to get its little machines, all its little scripts to start running. And what I have here is I started way back in the day, and we got allowed 40 minutes. So with 40 minutes, what it's essentially saying is it's going to let the machines and the scripts run for 40 minutes per day. Just to give you a sort of idea of how much you'll use, this will probably take about a minute, maybe 2 minutes max. So you've got about 20 to 30 of these particular things that you can do each and every day. And you can actually schedule them if you want as well. So you can schedule them out for a week if you're doing thousands of tasks. Most people aren't going to be doing that. But this is just an idea of how long you can actually use it for. So what this is going to do is it's going to take probably about a minute. So I'm going to pause the video, and then once it's completed, I'm going to come back and show you what we've got. Okay, so we are back. I literally paused the video, pressed refresh, and it was done. It only took a minute and 10 seconds. So what we're going to do now is have a look at the results. So I'm going to click results, and it's going to show me a bunch of data here. And what I usually do is I click download CSV. Now it's going to download it to CSV file. I'm going to open it in Excel. This is a blank workbook, but here we go. Here is the results, right? So what I can do from this is spread out the columns a little bit so I can see what's going on. And if you get these crazy letters, it's usually because they use emojis. Emojis don't really work well in Excel, unfortunately. But here we have got all of the different, when it was posted. That's cool. We've also got the different video views and how long they are. And we've got the links and then the video names. So what I could do is, if I'm trying to find the most viral content, what I would do is usually go on the column. Sorry, I'll come over here, just click on that, and then click largest to smallest, right? Now what I'm looking for, I don't know why I did that, that's crazy. What I'm looking for is something that's been posted quite recently and is getting quite a bit of traction. So this one here, relaxing room makeover, right? So that was only done 10 months ago, and it's had 439,000 views. That's a lot of views. What I would usually do is come here, choose a green lighting tool. That's probably an ugly green. I'll just get something a little bit lighter, so that's fine. And I would come through and I would see which ones are sort of semi-relevant, like semi-done. So like things done not too long ago, just so I can get an idea of what's actually working now. As you'll see, a lot of these videos, they got a lot of traction a long time ago. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're still in case it's a trend, but you can get ideas from all of this. And if things are done in the last year, usually that to me says it's a good indication that it's going to still be really relevant, and I can do it again. So I'll just keep coming down, see what I want, and then as you can see, this is only done 6 months ago. It's about 2020, super relevant. And what I would do from here is I would collect all of these different titles. I would actually go to the YouTube video, see what it's all about. So I'll come have a look. And then if it's my niche, and if I think I can do a relatively the same similar video, I would do that, right? So this is basically the workflow I would have. So I'll just do one more just so you can see how easy it would actually be. Because the good thing about it is I think you can do 4 tasks at once. It depends on the pricing plan that you're obviously using. But you can easily get multiple spices running at once. So you can start gathering data really quick. I'll just show you one more quickly so you can understand how it works. Throw it in. Don't let this confuse you. At the beginning it confused me a little bit. But I'm just going to go ahead and press extract videos. And it should take about a minute. So while I'm waiting, I'm actually just going to show you a few of the other spices around. So as you can see, I've used a minute 10 of my time, which is like nothing considering I can do this like 20 to 30 times a day, which is really cool. So the other thing I really wanted to show you was how Facebook uses cookies and things, right? So Facebook, Instagram, and a few other of the platforms, they will require you to use cookies. And what that means is if you're logged into Facebook, it's going to use your current cookie session, so it's going to understand it's you. So just make sure that you are logged in for it to work. And as you can see, currently they're using the old Facebook version. If you're watching this in the future, it might be different, which is fine. And the other thing to think about is using a proxy, right? So sometimes if you do too many tasks from one particular IP address, what it's going to do is it's going to look a little bit spammy, and Facebook might get a little bit confused. So what you can do is use a proxy as well, and what it's going to do is just ensure the safety of your account, things like that. So it's got actually information on how to set up a proxy. If you're only doing a few tasks, it's absolutely fine. But if you're like batch creating lots of tasks, make sure you use a proxy, especially if you're using multiple accounts. Same thing. So everything's here. They've got a Chrome extension to get your cookies, so it's not a difficult problem to overcome. It's really, really easy. You just pretty much click it and it's going to fill it up. But apart from that, the only issue I really have with TexAu is it's so complicated. A lot of the time, what I find the issue is for me is I don't know how to use it because there's so much to do with it, right? So if you come back to the website, you can see use cases here. There's a few different things like reach out, interact, or connect with users on LinkedIn. It's got all these different things. There's so many things to do, but it's just literally getting your head around how it can help you. It's not a bad thing by any means. It's absolutely amazing because this tool is going to serve me for a really long time. I should probably go over the pricing as well, just so you know. You can actually start it for free, 15 minutes a day, which is pretty cool. The only things that you won't get are the app and integrations, things like that, but you still get a lot of good stuff. So if you haven't yet checked it out, the link's there. But pretty much I'm on a hybrid plan. I'm in between these two, I believe. But yeah, just go and check it out. It's a really, really cool tool. Anyway, let's go see our results. So come on the left down to results. Yep. And as you can see, you can actually create spices as well. So if there isn't something that's you want done, you can actually request it to be done, which is really cool. So minute 25 once again. I've still got 37.5 minutes for the day. Click on results. What I can do is just download it. Once it's downloaded, open it up. It's all very, very fast stuff, And then I'm just going to spread these out a little bit. Just double click it, I guess will be faster. And if I want it to be a little bit more, analytical on how I do things, like I mentioned, I try to get everything under a year. What I can do is maybe just come down to 2 years. Now, of course, this is just how I use TexAu. It's I actually haven't found another tool that can do this, so this is perfect. Delete those, come to the top, and then I'm going to filter it by size, highest first. Okay, 1 year ago, how I eat in a day. That's very weird. Took a full week of workouts. Very cool. 9 secrets to actually waking up early. That there is sort of what I would say is a home run. 5 a.m. morning routine, also a home run, because these are generic terms. They're not something that is channel specific. So what I would do is I would actually go and research something like that, create a similar YouTube video, and then I would just post it. That's how pretty much incredible it is. You can also download things based on so much other variables, different keywords, things like that. So it's pretty much endless what you can do with TexAu. So what I'm going to do is, now you've seen how it works, you can see how you use it. I'm actually just going to jump behind the camera and just tell you a little bit more about it. So now you've seen how it works, you can understand sort of how I use TexAu, and just remember I'm using the very minimalist little part of it. I know when Pinterest starts up next week, I'm just going to absolutely thrash Pinterest because it's such an amazing platform that not many people are using right now. Well, they just don't know how. So that's also really exciting. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with TexAu and the things it can do, especially if you're into lead generation, you're working with clients and you're looking for clients. I personally don't use clients, so I don't need to use that as much, but I am thinking about opening a small advertising company. So if that is the case, I will definitely be using more of the LinkedIn tools as well as the website tools to find local companies that I can promote advertising packages for. So apart from that, that's pretty much TexAu. It's a really, really innovative product. Once again, the main key things that I want you guys to understand: the customer support is amazing, absolutely amazing. You can do things in that customer support panel, you can get the responses that you want, and you're going to feel directly connected to the people that actually run the company, not just a customer support rep. So keep that in mind. That to me is one of the most powerful things. And the second one is it can do things that not many other softwares can do out there. There's a lot of companies that have gotten bust. Things like LinkedIn Helper, you know, they were just growing things on a massive scale, and they were always going to get caught. I think companies, profiles are getting shut down now. While this uses cookies and, you know, data history and things like that to actually run, so you're not going to get caught. It's basically using your profile as you would from, you know, a place. And the good thing about it too is you can use your own desktop app. So you are going to use your own IP address. So if you are using your own IP address, then it's going to look exactly like you're using it. So just keep that in mind as well. But apart from that, I'm extremely stoked with TexAu. I hope I'm actually saying that right. I think I am. TexAu. So if you've liked it, go and check it out. It's a really cool software, especially for extracting data. And eventually, once you get good at it, you'll be able to set up some recipes, and hopefully I'll have some up too. And if you are using it right now and you're checking it out, comment in the comments what recipes you're currently using. I'm always trying to find new ways that I can use this software. It's absolutely incredible. It's already valuable to me, so anything new will be amazing. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you've liked it, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't used TexAu yet, I've left a link in the description. I'll try to get some sort of discount promotion on it. If not, you should just check it out anyway. It's down in the link description. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more epic videos that are coming out soon. And once again, have a great day.